Hello, chat. Hello. For one last manga reading. I say last month, but who's to say? There might be more. I don't know, but this is gonna be it for MeltyBlood, which is the big deal here. Alright, that's the big deal. This is it. Alright, get it? This is it. There ain't nothing else. Once we're done with this. I could hear myself testing audio, hold on. But I'm good. I sound good. Alright. And about me, yeah, strange. Anyway. Hello everyone. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining. Hello, Anna and Rain and anyone else? What purpose do we try to avoid ruin? It's all for the sake of mankind, naturally. If that entails nullifying all accomplishments of past and present, so this thing holds no potential. It's fallacious. Rule will come no matter what. Who's the newest to create? As such, we are not to avoid ruin, but rather to aim to create something which can recover after ruin has come. My title didn't change. Why didn't it change? Well, this is... That's annoying. Everything else is like the game and the manga. This manga on tomorrow's stream announcement. Tomorrow? Where? Because I don't see that anywhere. So I think you're just crazy. Point is, it's not important either. As such, we ought not to avoid ruin, but rather to aim to create something which can recover after ruin has come. My foolish daughter, such thinking was already concealed long ago, and then in stillbirth. I see your points. It's true that preparing for what comes after ruination is constructive and, importantly, simple. Yet, even with that in mind, each successive Eltnam has arrived at this answer that to keep running from ruin is the better alternative. I don't understand. Why is the path of ruin preferable to the path of evolution? I don't fucking know. Yahoo! You called? That should be self-evidence. Because if we evolve, lifespan of the universe will shrink. Oh my. Let's never develop. Let's never come to ruin. Remain the immature species we are now and keep running from ruin for all eternity. Really now? Oh, it's doing that thing again. Yep. It's doing that thing again. Oh, that's annoying. Well, scrolling it is, chat. Hold on. not it. Scrolling it is. Slightly annoying, but it is what it is. Holy info. Raised Beef Stridberg, Grandmaster of an Inquisitive Order of Knights of the Holy Church, or was. Killed Shion, Rice Beef participated in the campaign against a certain vampire, but lost and now roams the city at night. Imizuka Satsuki, high schooler bit by a vampire, thus turned into a half-vampire herself. As a result, she can't take being exposed to sunlight. Roams the city at night together with Shion and Rice Beef, the heart of the team. Shion Eldman Adelasia, apparent successor to the title of Atlas Institute Director, and thus given the name of Adelasia, or was. Responding to the request of the Holy Church, he participated in a campaign against a certain vampire, but lost. He became a half-vampire, escaped her pursuers, and now roams the city at night. Running from pursuing Atlas Institution, Association of Mages and Alchemists, and one of the 3 major branches of the Mage Association. They are in an organization that sees the ruination in the future as certain. Well, no shit. At research commissioned research from Kalia Security Organization. Oh, brother. So it's like this, huh? So that's how it is. Secret organization established in order to preserve the conclusive extinction of humanity. Using Shiba, the near-future observation lens developed by Lev, he observed the disappearance of the future in 2015, and tried to oppose this fate by seeking out space-time singularities to untangle or perhaps destroy. A lot different what FGO actually ended up being, or what actually is technically the purpose of Kalia. Because damn, Ronnie the 8th, artificial human homunculus created by director Eltnam, an Atlas alchemist. Her name means the 8th woman. Oh. Baller. Damn, 20 streak, damn. That's impressive. Have some food stuck in my tooth. I got it. Let's go. I got it. Alright. Nice. Sialem Eltnam Ray Adelasia, alchemist at the Atlas Institute. The final Eltnam. Molded Ronnie. Might have had a twin sister. Lost to death the day they were born. Okay. Lev Lenore. Researcher and mage belonging to Chaldea, sacrificed everything in his life to protect human history. But actually, turns out he was Goetia, one of the 72 demon gods, or demon pillars. But that actually, well, yes, Lev was a villain. But turns out, him doing what he did in FGO at the start of the game, long story short, basically gives the Hardy a chance to actually save everyone and stop the actual mastermind, which was, spoilers for FGO at this point, it's been long enough, which was Olga Marie's father, who is obviously long dead, but his program was still working in the background the whole time, a bunch of shit. And Lev helped stop him in the end. Lev was part of why we stopped it. Lev was part of why. Lev is a good guy, alright? When anyone else tell you otherwise, Lev's the GOAT, alright? We respect and love Lev Lenore around here. Olga Marie Animusphere, woman born into the Animuspheres. A prestigious clan of mages, female prodigy who serves as director of Chaldea despite her young age. True, and then got fucking incinerated. Well, sent to another world and then... Anyway, I apologize for calling you over so sudden, but Satsuki said It's been way too hot lately. Don't you think so, Awkward? Yep, it's pretty hot. And so, I want to go to the pool. Pool? Good idea. Come on, let's go. Please stop. What's wrong? I can't handle direct sunlight, you know. Uh-huh. But then you can't go to the pool, can you? See, that's the thing we wanted to talk to you about. Come on. The back alley. We live here. Good. You're totally fine with the sun, right? I want to ask if you had some kind of trick to it or something. I was able to handle it. It's as I feared then. I thought it was worth a shot if it was something that was possible to learn. I said that's not how it works. Ain't that fucking unfortunate. Ugh. Can't learn this simple trick. Vampires hate this one simple trick. Oh wait, you can't learn it. You're left with no choice. I have my misgivings about it, but let me just try Plan B. Plan B? Oh, this place. You know about it? Whoa, so is a tunnel here? A sewer? There's sounds of water flowing through here, though. You'll need a light. You'll need a light, correct? Yeah, fine. Really, what is this place? I found it by sheer coincidence during my survey of the city. Officially speaking, it doesn't exist. I would imagine so. But it's a sewer, who gives a damn? Well, this large and it doesn't officially exist. Must be a hidden passage owned by some bigwig. Bingo! Okay, let's get moving! No, but it feels kind of scary. Sacha, are you afraid of ghosts? Wait, are there really ghosts here? No, of course not. Maybe so. Woo! Well, you're not all that scary, at least, Awkward. Really? But Swerve, I'm someone people are pretty scared of. As you can see. Excuse me? This feels like a bigger deal than what it's presenting itself to be. Yeah, like this is... We never really got a young Marie design. Mind you, I don't know when this came out, but we never got a young Olga design until, like, the last part of FGO 2 months ago. We didn't really get a design of her at a young age until 2 months ago. So this feels like a bigger deal than what I'm being presented with here. Should I be worried? Wait, hold on. Malloy count? No, because that Marie is the same Marie that's in FGO. That's about the age she is in FGO as well, before she gets plopped into Kalia's. That's so weird. The future won't change. I'm trying to think back on the recent FGO events on what that could mean. Xion, what's the matter? No, it's nothing. Okay, we're here. Quite the out-of-place store, this one. Hideaki as in Tono's little sister? How the heck am I supposed to know when she leaves or returns? Stocking every kind of magical chemical, Amber's homegrown. Amber's homegrounds. This is when Hideaki leaves to 1 hours she returns. Not open when Hideaki stays home for the entire day. Uh-oh. She always follows her schedule to a letter, so I'm pretty sure the shop is open right now. See? Wow, you're right. Pardon us. You're not entering? Oh, wait, here. There's a bunch of stuff in there I don't want to come in contact with. Okay. Welcome! Oh, wait, Kwaku? Oh, shit. Hello? This is, interesting. Did you come here for one of these, perhaps? No, I'm looking for something else today. In which case, could it perhaps be... Come on, you tell me one of the tonal servants is moonlighting without permission from their master? What kind of store even is this? I reckon it's the kind of store the special forces would storm the moment they find out about it. Many of our customers agree. You know, if I was still in active service, I might have even made a mess of this place. So, since that's the store you've taken the time to visit, you must be looking for something really special now. Goku, what are you doing, bro? Yes, you see, Satsuki wants to go to the pool. That's right! And if possible, I want to go when it's still bright outside. But I'm not so good with the sunlight. Understood! Leave it to me! We happen to have a special sale this newly stocked sunscreen for non-humans right now. That's awfully suspicious. Is it really safe to apply this to yourself? Why, of course! Not to recall it even the most tanned old Kuju and a pale, younger whippersnapper. Should sunscreen really make people change color? No, please go ahead and try it. Oh, it's kind of got a refreshing touch to it. Raw meat and mint-flavored ord. Never mind. Raw meat and mint-flavored. Why? Increase of aroma. Aromatech still in development. As extended as a recipe as usual, I see. So Sui's idea, though. What? Sui's idea? But will this really have an effect? Well, about that, it's not coming in from the window in the back, so feel free to try it out. Really, this store performs human experiments on its customers? And that's slanderous! We simply wish for our customers to leave satisfied and never return any products! I mean, but remind me, are you playing Blue Fate Extra with each certain just Archer? I'll be so real, we'll see. We'll see, I mean, because the main plot itself won't change, but we'll see. For now, I'm going to stick with Archer. I miss old Emiya, bro. I fucking miss him. So any chance to, like, spend as much time on as possible? You bet your ass. You bet your sweet baby I'ma take it. Cause fuck do I miss him. By the way, Doctor. Yes, what is it? Have there been any ghost signs or similar down here in this underground tunnel recently? Why could this perhaps be employed to frighten me to lower the prices for you? No, not in the slightest. Those kind of scary ghosts or Lady Aki would have showed themselves. I'd close business in an instant! So basically, no ghost sightings. I apologize for the silly question. Oh wow! It works! I don't feel anything! Wait, it works? Yay! Yet another successful experiment! Shopkeeper, straighten up! Don't please do just a figure of speech! How it sells for a little discount, okay? Yeah, alright, Kwaku. Yay! Then I want this! How about it, Reese? How much is it? No, I get the feeling that I was ripped off pretty badly. Please come again! Really? I think it was quite fair considering the material and development costs. Thank you so much, Reese! Yeah, no problem. Oh, I'll come back. You're all here, I see. Let's get going then. That's not how you get out. It's this way. Huh? Hey! I apologize. I'm coming. Well. Wait, what? Isn't this the backside of Tono's house? Yep. Huh. Didn't realize it was so close by. What are you talking about? We have Shi and Sachin with us, so obviously we went through the tunnel. Oh. Yeah, right. Taste and smell is far from desirable, but it does certainly seem to be working. You're right! So what now? Currently, you could even skip the pool and head straight to the beach. Yeah, I'd love to! Oh, but the closest beach is still pretty far from here. Excuse me, my dear holiday wild ladies. Would you be interested in a quality car? Oh my fucking god, bro. How convenient. Kohaku everywhere? What the hell? That shopkeeper sure knows how to do business. Emergency. What the fuck am I looking at? Space-time fluctuation detected. Coordinates. Okay. Area below observable rounds. Object is presumed to have already disappeared. Is that Shion? What the fuck am I looking at? Computational errors, none. Test investigation, currently none. However, necessity to record a regular value acknowledged. Recording complete. Emergency annulled. Oh, I guess annulled. Wait, Arcade Drive? What the fuck? Since when? Hey, yes. Went you part of church or whatever? In the past, I guess. Not so much right now. Really? It looked like you're an active service to me. A tune from days gone by. At this point, it's all but disappeared from within me. That's something I can... So the up and vanish. I mean, it's your own form we're talking about. My form? But you considering it's something you were able to dedicate your life to, right? You're saying I look like a crucifix to you. That's not it, silly. Well, don't worry about it. Right. Oh, for fuck's sake. What are you talking about? You're saying that I read like two people who never give up. What is it, Reese? What is it Reese hasn't given up on? Ugh. Oh. What's the matter? Figure of sorts. Seems we can't pass. Oh, brother. You just never fuck off, do you? What's going on? Some sort of critter-like entity is approaching us. Critter-like? Yay! My dear merriment-smelling ladies. Did you perhaps have alive people meet for lunch? No. Whoa. An inconceivable strangely shaped creature. Wait, so this sunscreen really does smell, doesn't it? I find it quite a pleasant smell, personally, yeah. Putting that aside, we're gonna be filming past here, so road's close, yeah. Filming? Filming what? A movie? Exactamundo. A gigantic cat robot gonna be protecting something from something other than thing or whatever. Wait. Cat robot, yeah. Oh, it made robot, right. Hey, can I pay you for the holding back, you know? Whoa, 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 whoa. No touching here, boy. Oh, it's true! Look, there's a man looking down from above the mountain! Nothing move? No, they can't move. It's fit for battle, yeah. For the missiles and stuff. Basically just packed with combustibles. What kind of crazy foreboding machine specs are those? Oh, I barely even finished speaking. I don't know what that ridiculous siren could be. Siren? Ah, do you mention the emergency alarm, yeah. Hello there. Him? Oh, silly, yeah. What's going on? They said that robot stepped on some of the explosives we had lined up for the special effects and is about to fall over, so everyone is gonna have to evacuate. Now that you mention it. I had a feeling that the maid had been getting closer and closer for a while now! Yeah! Wait, I know this Neko expression. I know this one. I've seen it before. As a Discord emote. Hold on tight, everyone! See you earlier next time! Will we make it? From calculating the distance and tilt of the robot, it would appear that abandoning the car and running for our lives is a safer option. I mean, sure, but if I don't return this car, she says she's gonna be annoying about it, you know? Is this real? I'm tired of worrying about that? You only say that because you don't know how incredibly annoying it is to be in her debt. It really is falling this way! Maybe she'll block it. Reese, what is it? Yes? Could you maybe pray for our safe return? Using your wealth of experience, you know? What? Ow! I'm sure they're fine. Today's been a real mess, yeah. Naming schedules bearing down on me, and now the robot's broken down too, yeah. I'd say, what a load of malarkey. What, yeah? You can diss me, but don't even think you'll get away with dissing movies, yeah? Which one is it, yeah? Why, both, of course. Here, I'd gone out of my way to help you, only for it to lead to this farce. Ridiculous. Oh no. Oh, well in that case, that's obviously not fine! Would have been awesome to watch what's like a mobile sea while you're getting sprayed with water and stuff, damn it! Well, so be it. Anyway, how's the progress looking on the project we discussed? What project, Nya? Really? Your memory only lasts in intervals of a single minute. What a truly sad and irritating creature you are. The Caldia Retaliatory Obliteration Project. Shooting Moon. Now, why would you need that? Oh, holy nya. The Caldia Retaliatory Obliteration Project Shooting Moon! Wowzers. Now that name's got a nice edgy ring to it, Professor. What a fucking duo this is. Ugh, I can't believe I have a naming sense that's to your tastes. No use getting edged when dealing with this bizarre creature. Well, what else? Basically, we just gotta give it to those Castella folks and all's good, right? You make it sound so simple. While they're at a different location, they exist far beyond our timeline as well. Don't you worry, meow. Call for someone who's got experience with cases like these. Who? Leave it to me. As fate would have it, I've gone to space once. It multiplied. You just scored a 0-pointer and spot the difference, nya. Much so, for I am Neko Chaos. Famed among the Nekos as Neko Chaos, the shut-in of the 27 Neko ancestors. But you could call yourself on a name that long, so for the sake of brevity, call me Neko Arc the original. Instead. Means to please you. And lay it off. Don't you think you can get away with this trick in this greenhorn right in front of the real Neko Arc, eh? Sip it, you meat sacks. But never have to hear any more of your pointless squabbling over who the original is. Anyway, what's the deal with him? He's the sort of dude who doesn't worry about any of that stuff, like location, timeline consistency, or whatever. Lev, did you know? It's actually rather cold up in orbit. See? God's sake, this is a problem that could just be resolved by not worrying about those things! Levy boy. You got a big job lined up, right? Meaning you're gonna be needing the massive feline resources that I entail, ain't you? I guess maybe I do. The day you got it, yeah? Get flying over to that Caldera place, dude. Caldera? I mean, it's a volcano. I don't mind going full celestial, but I have a hard time with hot stuff. Cat tongues are sensitive, you know. It's Caldera. Also, how are you intending to send this thing over? You got an actual plan in mind, I hope. Well, I used a super weapon known as Massive Meowsicle Cannon. Excuse me? Could you repeat that for me? What exactly? Massive Meowsicle Cannon! Stuff it full with whatever muscle you can get your hands on, and this sucker's certain to hit its mark. It's got that kind of certain to hit before it actually fires thing going on, you know? Is there nothing but stupid floating around inside your brain or what? No, wait a second. You shouldn't disregard all of this as some amateurish farce, Levlunier. To escape this dead end of the world that I find myself in, one could argue this sort of idiocy is necessary. Very well, so what exactly is this cannon of yours? It's that thing you've been sleeping on, yeah? No worries, dude, you're not muscular after all. Well, Mr. Castle doesn't seem much of a muscle either, now does he? He's out his noggin on nothing but muscles. If you ever get stranded out of space, all you need to do is plunge straight into the atmosphere without equipment. Only big babies wouldn't lie under a handsome boss instead. Fucking... This sucks. I really want to go to the pool. I'm sure we'll get another chance. Alright, which is also why I have to go into work. Sorry, Reese. Satsuki, I know you feel bad about it, but don't let it bother you. That's all I can do to help out. I'm off then. Stay safe! I'm sure she'll be fine. Shion, what's up? Hypothetically speaking, what would you do if this was a world where me and Reese didn't exist? I guess I'd rather not think about it. Unfortunately, it's something I have been thinking about. On some level, I found my answer. Huh? But only on a theoretical level. Still, there's a fairly high chance it's something which would be difficult to avoid even in reality. So it's not a good answer? I would not call it good, no. Still, I do want to think it over again. Bruh. Shion, what are you talking about? I'm not really sure how to say this, but... Listen, okay? Yes? Becoming, who I am now, as well as losing all my friends and family, that's been pretty tough on me. But since you and Reese are here for me, I can still keep on going. If you were to disappear, everything would probably start feeling pointless. And then, I'm not sure if I'd be able to stay who I am. Thanks. It was a good idea to ask you. Huh? I found a new answer. And it's a good one? I still don't know whether it's right or not. Nevertheless, there are those who are still trying to realize this same impossible in practice theory that I was so absorbed in. And they need to hear this answer themselves. Future won't change. Incorrect. Must we possibly change it, Lady Animosphere? Oh, shit. The future won't change. I'm come. Hi, at a very strange time. Where the fuck do I read? Olga Marie is dead. The Animosphere no longer exists. Future won't change. Marie's dead. What is happening? Olga's here. And so is Lev, and so is Neko Chaos. And so is Neko Arc. And Olga too. The FGO lady? Yes, the very same. Olga Marie is dead. Future won't change. Olga Marie is dead. Olga Marie is dead. Who are you? No, more importantly, your conclusion is wrong. The result cannot interfere with the cause. This is interesting. Because... the way FGO ended, this isn't wrong. That's not wrong. Again, spoilers for the end of FGO. Olga Marie, even to your last breath, when you've beat Kaldias, and there's literally like nothing else to fight, like you've done it, you beat Kaldias. Your character runs, the MC runs out to like grab Marie, they jump off the ship into like towards basically a black hole to try to save Marie. And you grab her, and then it's a little conversation they have. And then the scene ends with you letting go. Because Olga Marie is dead. That won't change. She has been dead since... Well, she's been pretty much dead since Lev threw her into Chaldea's, the actual, like, the white planet thing at the start of FGO. She's been dead since that moment. So this isn't wrong. Which is interesting. This too isn't wrong. The Emissary does... They don't exist at the end of part 2. Obviously, after that, we got the whole... Now we're stuck between December 31st, 2019, and January 1st, 2020. For some inexplicable reason, we're stuck in this specific point in time, as in, like, literally the hour, the minute, the second before midnight, switching from one year to the next. That's where they're stuck at the moment in the current plot of FGO for some reason. We don't know why. And that included that Marie came back as director. Why? I don't know, obviously. It's not continue. Apparently it's going to get an update in June or July. So I might have an answer for you then. But at the moment, I don't know how or why she's back. But I have a feeling this right here won't change. Because the future's not going to change. Marie's dead. It's just the way it is. Not exactly doing another FGO story. I agree completely. Go off. Thank you. Shion, when I told this? Well, Shion is also an FGO. She's even a part of the ending. She is the reason that we even survive. I'm gonna be honest. She's the reason we even survive and get to the ending. Yes. This Shion shows up in Ordeal Call 1. This young Shion. The Elden family exists in that universe. And Zephia exists, and he's not evil at all. Heck, one of the last cutscenes in FGO before Shion is dead, before Shion dies along with her servant Nemo, it's a conversation between Shion and Zephia. And Zephia thinks what she's planning to do is stupid, which... I guess I'm going to talk about some FGO story here for a minute. So what Shion does is she converts her own being to be a Lost Belt entity, so that she can join Chaldea and help them out, obviously. Even though they're doomed anyway, no matter what, Chaldea's doomed. Everyone who works Chaldea are going to disappear in some form or fashion anyway, no matter what. Because they themselves are Lost Belt beings. So therefore, Shion himself turns herself into a Lost Belt being. Which is someone from a world that doesn't exist on the timeline. Or is a like off-branch timeline that shouldn't exist. And needs to be pruned. Meaning by the end of the game, or again end of part 2, when they beat Chaldea's and fix the timeline, basically, reset it, fix it completely, every Lost Belt disappears. Which then includes, because of what Shion did to herself, that includes Shion. No, she is not a vampire. She does wield a gun though. She does still wield a gun, though it's not Black Bull. It's not the Black Barrel or anything, replica, nothing. It's just a normal gun. She does still wield a gun, but she's not a vampire, no. The Eltnums do not become vampires at any point. Tatari does not exist. But it ends with Shion, disappearing. She's gone. And from what I remember of the additional part, the part 3 thing, I'm pretty sure she doesn't show up there either. So she is indeed just gone. Exactly, like, bro. But yeah, I'm not gonna say she looks like this or anything. She looks like this, but she's got twin tails and glasses instead. She looks kind of like this. It's almost what she looks like. I don't think she has she doesn't have the bracelets because no Etherlight either. They don't use Etherlight, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she says at one point she doesn't use that, or have like wires or stuff like that. She is indeed 100% just an alchemist in FGO. No Etherlight, no nothing. Anyway, on to the goofy shit. I see. It's similar to ray shifting, even if its design philosophy is completely different. Imagine its shape symbolizes the power to forcibly serve causality. It's weird. Yeah, I don't mind I will say though, I didn't mind Shion's implementation. Heck, when I actually read that final bit with Shion, that was after... It was after we had done MeltyBlood stuff. It was after we finished React, which, after having done that and then reading the last bit of FGO and then seeing Shion die, bro, I'm not gonna lie, that hit a bit harder. Because I'm attached to Shion. She's a great character. And I wish her nothing but the best. And then FGO does that. So I cried at that. So I cried at Shion's disappearance. And I cried at the ending of FGO too. It was a very good ending. Still, who exactly in this world created it, and for what purpose? The only things I know for certain is that it wasn't them. Ugh. Then what should I do when I arrive at the other side? There's no need for you to do anything. In fact, please don't do anything uncalled for whatsoever. Weird fella. Basically, as long as you arrive at Caldia, it's good enough. After that, my bug will create a back door for me. Once you arrive, paint Nekoarks a ride with this, nya. Okay. By the way, Doctor, are you talking about me? You know, you're not fooling anyone with that awful stench of dried sardines coming off your back. What are you talking about? Hey, this thing's about to blow to scram. Things about to blow, so scram, unless you actually do want to go there together. Fire! Bye, Neko Chaos. I see. With this, maybe it's possible. Still, what in the meow is this? Why do you have that? Big idiot! Big idiot had it on his back, nya. Kind of a bit odd there was 1 gram more than anticipated, nya. Why? It's just the only time that your actions are completely random! God damn it! Say what you want, but this thing's weight restrictions are pretty strict for real. Didn't you hand him a spray can? Or tell me that was part of the calculations? Reasonable crash out? Honestly, yeah. Whoops. And that's why I broke, nya. God! Fucking damn it! Dry the tears, nya. Reasonable crash out, bro. Emergency. Space-time breach detected. Coordinates? Couldn't tell you. Affected area, global. Excessive investigation, urgent. Parallel world interference suspected. Computational errors currently aggregating. Multiple records of irregular values assessed in vicinity of aforementioned coordinates. Immediate identification of cause in addition to solution required. Deployment of Ronnie the 8th approved. Record complete. Emergency maintenance. Emergency maintained. Would you look at that? Another character from Ordeal 1. Again, FGO. And her name, apparently Minun, just means the 8th woman. That's what her name means. But name thyself whoever thou art, or else D-I-E! Yeah, I know, it's Ronnie the 8th, Ronnie 8th, but her name means the 8th woman, so I don't know, you tell me. It's an extra character, is it? I don't know her from FGO, Gumit. I'm FGO brain rotted. Fair enough, I don't know her from that one. I only know her from FGO. Death penalty? Listen, I haven't gotten there yet! Did you use this device? It's not a device, okay? It's a massive Meowskull cannon, got it? Is it still possible to activate it? As should be obvious, it's broken, yeah. Is that so? Are you the ones who created it? Yeah, nabbed on the web. You nabbed it on the web. What do you transport with it, and where? What was it again, Nya? Also, what's all the questions? Another guest, I see. Who are you? Ah, pardon me. I'm someone who's been living here for some time now. By the way, what do you know about this device? Shouldn't you be more familiar with it than me? Of course not. Why? I even used to sleep on it without noticing what it was. In fact, I don't understand where I am yet. Is that so? You are lying to me. Oh, my apologies. It appears I've done something to sour your temper. I have neither temper nor emotions. Come on, guys, get along, yeah. Ain't we all fellow side characters removed from the main plot here? As a matter of fact, no. Lev is quite literally a main antagonist. Come here and eat some cat food. No, I have no intention of remaining here for long. As such, I have to repair that device first. Oh? You are capable of repairing it. I'm capable of hacking its spiritual and computing components so I can analyze its logs and devise countermeasures to whatever caused its malfunction. Seems rather complicated if you ask me. She's from the Atlas Institute, isn't she? Doesn't matter the era, always straight to maintenance mode. They never change. Though, well, if she's willing to fix it for me, I may as well take her up on the offer. This is the Atlas Institute. What the hell is happening, bro? No, this space isn't part of reality. What's going on? No hints from me, huh? That's the creature for having an Egyptian actually be Egyptian. We'll move up to the Shion instant. It's true. Welcome back! Welcome back! Thanks? Where am I? Am I back where I started? Hey, Shion. By the way. Yes, Satsuki. What is it? I'm up to that answer of yours. Answer? Yeah. You see? I got tired of waiting. Satsuki! Oh. So did you too, Shion. What? Oh shit. Shion. Or perhaps should I call you Tatari now? Rice beef. No, you're wrong! This is the right conclusion. Yes. So why? Why can't you understand me? Means like studying too much turned you stupid! What are you talking about, Prince of the Two Ancestors? I have found the eternity that leads to the future. I will chase, rob, shred, devour, drain. People will run, hide, tremble, despair, and die! Causality turns and turns. The lands blacken and blacken. And then... Now is any different from the answer you tried to refute? Mutation has crashed. Rebooting. Ah, I see. You're trying to test me, aren't you? No, we are not testing anything. What's there is an already complete answer. What you're currently engaged in is nothing more than the verification of those answers. I understand. I swear in the name of Adlasia that I will correct your mistake. Oh shit. I didn't say this, but Mario Chat, this is only 2 volumes. It's like 10 chapters, 2 volumes, so... We'll see how long this takes. I will correct your mistake. Oh. Shion Adlasia, rightful successor of the Atlas Institute. I have little affection for your hypotheticals. Even... However, if you had become head of Atlas Institute much like me, you would likely have taken the same decisions I have. Mercy, data transmission coming from priority observation point disrupted. Regular values confirmed within data from just before disruption. fuck is happening? I don't really know. Urgent need for investigation acknowledged. Requesting approval from Supreme Authority. Dispatch. There's no need for an investigation. But this observation point is Caldia! Hey Shion. Correct base value errors and continued observations. Someone with information from adjacent observation point until further notice. Correction of base value complete. Of value errors complete. Several bilateral supplementation between observation points complete. Emergency annulled. Does that really work? Perhaps your question is unclear. Something unusual is happening at Caldia. A detailed investigation is urgently required. You mean to say that there was some sort of data that my prior decision did not take into account? CLM? No, not at all. We of the Alice Institute must never become players in their game. Huh? If you have any issue with the logic of my decision, come see me later in my laboratory. I will allow for a discussion, Shion. Brother, that's not fair. Location scout on standby. We got permission, yeah. Action! Scene 666. The Namaste of Love, number 5. I see Artoria. And I see Asan. How is your work coming along, my lady? The food here is awful, but the tea isn't half bad. I'm terrible sorry about the cup. These creatures didn't have a single tasteful tea set at hand, you see. I appreciate the offer, but I do not require any tea. Yes, he is. But he does it right here, so you tell me. And right here, so you tell me. I don't know, he might be. He might be either one. You sure are a handful. It's just tea. It doesn't have any sugar in it. I think I don't have much of a reason to poison you when I don't even know why you're so suspicious of me. Meaning, if you did know why, you would have reason to poison me. Oh, silly me. The way I phrase it does lead to that conclusion. Though, of course, even if that were the case, given your distaste of tea, I'd have to think of some other method, wouldn't I? By the way, I'm filling with that slab this entire time. Any hope of repairing the main body as well? The main body? This cannon barrel or former cannon barrel, I suppose. Oh, you think of that as the main body? I see. Wait, what? What? Oh what? Oh my fuck! He's back! G666 is back! Oh my god! He's back from fucking Cadenza! I can't believe this shit. It truly is worth reading and playing all the supplementary material, chat. George Lucas! Actually, chat. That reminds me, chat. I want to talk about. I want to debate so real quick. They, in the latest episode of Strange Fake. If you didn't watch it, it's a spoiler, obviously. But I don't get to talk about the plot or anything. It's just a single thing that happened. They talked about the ghost story from HA. And I'm not gonna lie, that shit was fucking awesome. It also intrigues me why they brought up that ghost story. It intrigues me greatly of what the hell this plot of, like, where the story is going after bringing that up. With the Mr. A and IRL pogging. That was me too. That was me too. I was pogging. I was pointing at the screen. I was going, yo, that's awesome. I was geeking the fuck out. I had a nerd moment. I don't care. That shit was so awesome. I don't know what they're gonna do because I've had the girl with the red hood show up a few times, 1 or 2 times earlier in previous episodes, just like blips. And now they're telling this story, the ghost tale about Mr. A and the neighbors and all that, specifically from a scene that involved Homer the Hottest students, because I recognize the outfits. It wasn't anyone specific. It was just 3 students. It wasn't you know, Himuro and the others, right? It wasn't any of those 3. It was just 3 random students. But yeah, it probably has something to do with Ayaka. Though I don't know. I have no fucking idea how this relates to Ayaka. No idea. Because obviously originally in HA it related to nothing. It was just a ghost story. But knowing this, the writer for Strange Fake took this ghost story and created something entirely different out of it just because he could, that's fucking awesome. I love that. That's honestly fantastic. Genius, you might say. And I eagerly look forward to see what that becomes in the future. In any other episode, if it gets brought up again. I just wanted to bring that up because I remembered it, and it was such a cool moment. What is that thing? I see. It appears to be a preservative measure. Against modification, I'll have to start over. So you got the transformation scene on tape, yeah? Yeah, you betcha. Sweet CG cost. Sweet CG cost saved, yeah. Yeah. Fucking bet. Ray Atlasia. So a discussion is necessary. It is not. No complaints about your prior decision. Good, you may leave. That's not it. What I was doubtful of wasn't related to that. What then? What did you mean earlier when you said that we must never become players in the games? True, my explanation was insufficient. Both before and since I became director. Well, I don't know about just Fate fans, bro. It's got Dead Apostles too. I have been doing my best to make sure everyone can devote themselves to the work that needs to be done. Also, our Atlas Institute may remain the way it is supposed to be. This process entails putting a stop to things outside the scope of our mission. Cutting our ties with organizations is part of that process. Of course. May Association, devoted to research in the arcane in order to reach the root. The Holy Church will work toward making the world only have a single option by eliminating the heresy that defiles the world's laws. And us, the Atlas Institute, will prepare for the apocalypse by trying to create something that can recover after ruination has come. As long as the 3 of us remain in our current precarious balance, the world may remain in balance as well. If we make a move now, it will naturally take notice of it. That much I had anticipated, but we would merely be investigating. Whatever our motive is, would not concern them. Only the fact that we had made a move would be apparent. And then, this is what they would think. As Institute is merely waiting for their chance. Just that they take a long time to come out of their pit. Fair spectacular, living in no sucks. Please stop making weapons and killing the world, please. Exactly, like, this plan sucked. It's so honestly, it's amazing we have, like, multiple, like, medias that show the result of them trying to do something to save the world. You have Shion's fucking Hermes plan, right? And Acts again. Like, storing all the world, Oren and Philosopher's Stones, and saving the world that way. That shit is gonna, we know that shit's gonna fail, right? Because no one fucking wants to become little rocks. So that doesn't fucking work. You have the world, the balancing path, which is what they're explaining here, you know, balancing all 3 powers and then just living as we do. Everyone just kind of moving along together. That doesn't fucking work because we end up in notes, which sucks. And it's like, no matter what we do, shit is fucked, man. Yeah, where if Kalia takes things into their own hands, guess what? Humanity gets fucking incinerated. We just die at some point in like 2015, which now is it's 2019. We just die in 2019 for no fucking reason. We're just dead, incinerated, gone because of something in the past. And if you fix that, yeah, you fixed it, but then boom, we're still stuck in 2019 and we're fucked anyway. Like, it's honestly amazing. Every single path the future of humanity can possibly take results in us getting fucked, or fucked in notes. You know, that's about the safest one. It's amazing. It's genuinely amazing that no matter what the people of the Nasuverse, no matter what path they take in the Nasuverse, it will end up in us being fucked over in some way. I guess the best option is we don't interact with notes, I suppose. If we avoid notes, then I suppose that's better than nothing. If that happens, the As-Intership will be taken off its rightful path, whether we want it or not. Besides, if we interact with them today and not tomorrow, then that in itself would carry meaning. And that meaning would surely bind us, eventually forcing us down the same path of ruin that they are walking. As director of Atlas, I cannot take any decision which would lead us toward ruin. Right. The same way that my hand cannot scoop up the entire Sahara. If I cannot equally guide everything down the same path, then I must take the decision to equally persevere everything instead. Oh, so yeah, this is her path becoming dust. As I was literally saying, the path that leads to Dust of Osiris is another doomsday path. Fucking crazy. Because there it is. That's a sick image, by the way. That's beautiful. Fucking man. Nasu work, your world is constantly fucked in some form or fashion, no matter what you do, huh? Yeah, like, this will lead to Dust of Osiris, which is very bad. It is still very bad. CLM. You are... an Hemisphere? There's no way that you could appear in that form here. So a phenomenon isn't possible. Yeah, because you're supposed to be stuck in Chaldeos. Because you're dead. I'm warning you, before approaching any further. Change. Are you blaming me, child of Hemisphere? Your future won't change. And today, no matter what human does, we are doomed to all that. Nah, I wouldn't say that. I'm not gonna say take what I say about the worlds of Nasu as a fact for our world. No. We'll be just fine. For as long as we let it be that way. So don't worry about that part too much. Keep it to fiction. No! It will! And then you see you become Dust of Osiris, and you see things will come into fucking despair no matter what you do. Logical exception has occurred. Rebooting. We're back here again. I wouldn't say I'm particularly picky eater or anything, but still. Do you have anything more appetizing than this? Excuse me, didn't they tell you that when in Catsville do as the dogs and eat cat food? Don't you know the law of the wild? As it happens, I spent most of my life in the civilized world. It's the first time I hear this bizarre prowess. That bizarre proverb. Also, how exactly eating out of a can part of the law of the wild? Ugh. I've ever fallen to be depending on these creatures. Why did this happen to me? Don't be sad, Nya. Like I said, I got promised, kid. I was being told that by a cat's supposed to make me happy. The reason you would fall to these lows because you have something you want to do that badly. Darn it, guys. Here I am taking care of you. You cheat like you fall to the lowest point? This is the final piece of paradise fallen upon Earth. The Valhalla of Broken Hearts. The goddamn Great Cat's Camp. Or am I wrong? Be happy about it. Be grateful, darn it! So he really is fallen. Broken too, apparently. Well, you'd say to yourself, Neko. Maybe we'll just flip-flop between 2 different songs and that's gonna be it, because that is just the vibe that this whole thing is giving, which is fine, but like, damn. Fuck you. Feedback from... She's back from... Not... I forgot the name of the school now, actually. I forgot the name of both the schools. She's back from an all-girls school, clearly. Akia! Right? Welcome back, Miss Akia! Where's my Nissan? Sagami, thank you. Oh, Shiki. He has yet to return for today. Very well. Alright, Kohaku, if I'm not mistaken, there used to be an old car in the garage. A car? Indeed. I don't remember whose car it was. What happened to it? What's the story about? I really couldn't tell you. Oh, yes! That particular car has been sent in for its scheduled maintenance! It will apparently take some time since it's an older model and all. Very well. Have you perhaps taken interest in driving, Lady Akia? No. I just remembered it for some reason. Pay no mind. Behold the terror of Lady Akia's wild instincts. Everyone has smashed. Basically, yeah. Oh, speaking of, everyone is here. Literally, there he is. This is your answer, people of Atlas. We are highly impressed by your achievements, Shion Eltonum. And yet, even in the midst of my suffering, I continue to think. Oh, we cannot even allow a re-examination of him, of all people. For petition 4, hypothesis number. Logical inconsistency error. We have provided you with a special laboratory. You may study as free as you wish in here. Special laboratory? This prison? Petition 5, hypothesis number. Logical error, inconsistency error. Petition 6, hypothesis number. Logical inconsistency error. And you claim to be any different from the Londoners when doing this. And if there will be anything you require in your research, we will provide it. And every request I've made for things that I actually need have been denied, haven't they? Or petition number 3, hypothesis number. Petition complete. What? Number 3 has come to conclusion. Conclusion? I thought it said conclusion, but I'm like, no, that's just conclusion. Petition number 3. Proceed with the path of the ancestor. No way. Thought petition number 4 through 7. Cancel your current computations and verify conclusion number 3. However, keep your respective parameters the same as before. Still, the result really is correct. Petition number 4 to 7. Verification complete. In conclusion, thought petition 4 to 7. Unanimous approval. Thought petition number 4 to 7. Proceed with the path of the ancestor. My theory was correct! Oh. Yeah, about that. It was very bad that it was correct. What the fuck, bro? I think what they said earlier is correct. Huh? What do you mean? The thing they mentioned back at dinner. Now, did they really mention something that important? I recall they said something about Utopia, Arcadia, or whatnot. Valhalla. Right, that too. Still, it doesn't get much more ominous than that, does it? I mean, that's the name of the afterlife, isn't it? We're at the bottom of the world, land of the dead in unreal numbers. Past which there is nothing. This place? Wouldn't that mean that we're dead? No, we are not in a state of biological death. However, this place is ordinarily detached from the world in which we reside. Even if someone managed to come in contact with this place somehow, it would still be barred from it. Either by force, they tried to trespass without permission. And yet you and me are here. I came here on my own volition. I'm fairly certain you did as well. Okay, so It's 11 Ronnie here. Not Ronnie. Was it Ronnie? Yes. Randy the 8th. I think so. These two are somehow made their way into the Tsukihime world. Somehow they made it in here. I suppose we'll get our answer eventually by reading, but they're here somehow. And that is, in most likelihood, an error. Aha! Well, that sure is interesting. So I didn't fall down from here from the sky, but came because of some reason or another. That was by my own volition. I too arrived here while pursuing a separate matter. More precise, I was most likely converged here by this device. By this. So what exactly is this thing then? I do not know. Not who created it, nor what ultimate purpose. Nor for what ultimate purpose. In the process of analyzing its control program, I have gained a small insight into what kind of person its creator was. That's all I know. Really know. The structure of both their software and hardware are extremely simple and elegant. Yet their behavior is refractive and impossible to predict. There's someone who employs extraordinary technology like it's nothing, and yet sells it off to these strange creatures for mere pennies. Someone who knows the font and possesses knowledge of works reminiscent of ours in Atlas. Wait, knows the font, that's the root. So I said the font of whatever, something. Does that ring any bells? No, not at all. Still, by all appearance, this place seems just like the normal world to me. It's not. It's clearly another world. For example, this thing's walking around and speaking to us, and yet we don't find that strange at all. Makes sense. Somehow your taste that's bothering me. Completely destroyed. The intel was right. Why are you here? Over here, silly. Oh. What is it? We understand what you're saying. What? What are you doing? Put that stupid shield away! This looks bad. Don't think you'll make it. Over here. What is happening? But why? We have hit the 9,999th loop. Do we force a shutdown? No. Let's wait. Understood. I'm very grateful for the rescue. High-Speed Strindberg, Grandmaster of the Western Cord Shield Chivalry Order. Oh, I'm well aware. Now I imagine it's our first time meeting, so I'm CL from the Bureau Agency. You're an executor as I suspected. So it wasn't just us knights who were dispatched here. Indeed, and not just the church, but all the usual suspects have showed up. London, Prague, and, if I remember correctly, there's Chaldea too. Chaldea? Haven't you heard? The research organization who were established with capital provided both from the Mega Association and from us, the church. Almost like they're all here for the state funeral of the As Institute. So why did you come here? That's confidential. It's what I like to say, but really, I'm just here to confirm the news. Okay. They sent someone as skilled as you for that? I was told to keep my tomb rating to a minimum, even. To a minimum? And for everyone, then. Still, it's odd. What is? I've looked around this entire place by now, and outside of you, a single survivor. And yet, it continues. You're right. Perhaps you're hiding somewhere. What are they talking about? Who was that now? Again. It's quite enough. Oh! No, not again. Oh, fuck, not again!
That's quite enough, thou heiress.
It's you.
My word. One atrocious farce. Can't stand to watch.
I went down your path.
Wrong. At present, Tatari appeareth too much for thee to bear. Wouldn't thou agree?
Oh, goodness. Tatari! Tatari?
Not obliged to take thee by the hand and teach, but nevertheless, beholding such an amateur performance here at my very eyes, I would be ashamed to condone it. Listen well. Long ago, I reached for the future. I abandoned my life and all. Yeah, laying waste to my being. I pursued the ideal outcome. But thou...
Excuse me, it's right then left.
And yet 'twas in vain, for in challenging the dream of the third magic, I was reduced to Tatari. But thou merely follows in the footsteps of the other self. There be no hope for the future in the man's manuscript. Furthermore, what was it called now? I have it! A regurgitation! Distasteful indeed. I have an outcome that shall never change again. The same one-night performance repeated for all eternity, heedless of whatever efforts one may have mustered to change. Oh, 'tis truly a tragedy. Thou art not that. Unripe and uncertain, knowing not even upstage from downstage. Oh, for real.
Board's using fucking fancy language.
Both for weal and woe, thou art ever-changing capable. Hereon of becoming both better and yet worse. My word enables beyond compare indeed. However, this path is indeed a dead end. Shion. Thou shalt shame not thyself for thy failure. Thou hast yet the chance to return, and thou oughtst to run with all haste.
Mutation has finished unassisted. It's extremely old. Yeah, I can fucking tell. God damn. We're in chapter 4. Damn, this is fucking long. Jesus. Not only do we have insufficient data there, but time is also set to sometime in the future. There's a possibility that our computations may become unstable. Should we commence regardless? Begin. Excuse me now. Motherfucking Caldia. So this is Caldia. I'm certain I was walking in a straight line. This really is the same place as before. It seems you don't have much information about how Caldia is on the inside, do you? Hey, you! Oh shit! It's, oh my god, it's Marie! Haven't seen you around before. What organization do you belong to? You're that Hemisphere girl. What did you say? Huh? Hey, you, wait! Is something wrong? What in the world? Man. There they are. I think that's his works are meant to impart the reader a nice sense of doom. Of course not. Yes, there's doom. It's for not related to humanity and its need to consume. Yeah. That is true. To condemn the motive, but he does condemn the methods of trying to save humanity / world. Condemns the selfishness that leads itself to abuse. Perhaps most visible in Alco, reviving soldier. Very cool, but Alco did doom the world by it. True. But yeah, there they are. Oh, you can't see quite to the left. Let me... There's both. They're both here. Two of them? Yeah, both MCs. I figured that would maybe represent at least one of the MCs, but I actually have both here, and that's awesome. That's cool. This means something to me, chat. This right here, this means something to me. I haven't gone through it all. What are you talking about? Some sort of ghosts? Just check the manga. Does have multiple in the title, right? Yes. Yes, as you see. It says MeltyBlood right here. Yes. But you can't quite see that. But it does say MeltyBlood. Everyone is here. I thought calling it a ghost improper. Are you sure you didn't just misidentify someone from the staff? You do seem to have been rather busy as of late after all. I'll have you know that as director of Chaldea, I memorized the personal data of everyone working here. They were going around seeing half-transparent people just because I was a little tired. Uh-huh. Yes, suppose you wouldn't mistake someone with a quirk like that. Could it be? A heroic spirit? Yes, the possibility exists. Though, of course, given our results so far, it is a terribly, terribly remote possibility. Besides, the summoning system isn't up and running now, is it? Well, this is before the summoning system's available, or active. But there is an unknown spiritual entity manifested here. I know it! You sure didn't know this, but heroic spirits, ghosts, whatever the case. Even though we are reconstructing information from a different space-time axis, there are bound to be minor fluctuations. Why do you feel the need to lecture me about this all over again? Well, I apologize if I caused offense. Either way, it seems we haven't observed any particular abnormalities. Yes, very well, I understand. Should keep this matter confidential. Naturally, I won't speak a word of it. Ghost. Very intriguing. As of now, having barely any successful summoning here in Chaldea. Speak nothing of something so material that Olga Marie could see it. In fact, the likelihood of it being some sort of interference from outside is higher. But I think they were able to outwit my surveillance system. Now where could that convenient backdoor be? First person I met was an Animosphere. That's not very fair. Which means that this place is I see. These are sensors fixed. If I get close to it under the right conditions, it'll detect me. What? Hmm? What was it opening and closing on its own just now? Is it broken? Good enough. Oh, I miss Dr. Romani, chat. So altering the conditions by little as wiping the sensor was enough for it to stop working. He dies? Yeah. At the end of Solomon. The Solomon plot. At the end of the Singularities, yes. Bruh. I'm not gonna say anything else about him, obviously. Because there is something I would say is a bigger deal than that fact. There is something that's actually a bigger deal than the fact that he does die. So that I won't be saying, obviously. Can't be seen by people here, and the conditions under which I can be detected by the sensor are highly restricted. I, on the other hand, can see and hear them, even if I cannot physically interact with them. Hacking might prove difficult under these conditions. In this world, I'm practically a ghost, aren't I? And yet she could see me. That's whether or not this is caused by some obstruction on the side of Caldia. Sure, I need her assistance. I have to go find her. So there you are! Stop! Don't move from there! So I thought, I can only see you within a certain distance. No wonder I had such a hard time finding you. Now that you understand, you're the animus. Now that you understand, you're the Animusphere. You're trying to speak, but unfortunately I can't hear you. Let's see. This is Romani's room, so we can't use it. Follow me. Bro, I know whose room this is. I know whose room this is. You think I don't know, manga? You think I don't know? This is Ritsuka's room. This is the main character's room. You think I don't know this? Come on. You don't seem like someone that far into the past. So maybe you know what these are. The system is from the Az Institute. If only I could touch them directly, then we wouldn't have any issues. You don't know what it is, but you still can't press the keys. Okay then, I'll ask you a question and you can point at the keys to answer. What's your name? S-I-O-N. Could it be your heroic spirit? I am not. No. Oh, you're not. So then where did you come from? Don't tell me you were summoned by our systems. That question is difficult to answer briefly. So I shouldn't be asking questions like that. Why don't you use yes or no questions? It'll make things more difficult for both of us, won't it? When I'm in a position of pressing strong with questions, I can't exactly come across as weak-willed, and that makes it all the harder to stop bearing down on them. And I know that's a bad habit of mine, but... No, I understand. I used to be in the same position as you are. I see. It's not so easy, is it? Oh, there aren't many people that here I can talk to about this, so I just slipped out. By the way, you're an Animusphere, right? Yes, my name is Olga Marie Animusphere, the director here. My guess was correct. I have a feeling we met somewhere else before. Sorry, I don't remember you. By the way, since you took spiritual form just to come here, you must have an important reason, right? It's a computer world created by the Atlas Institute. Unlike me, you and this Caldia are both virtual entities. Which, that's not far from what Caldia's is, actually. Which is the main, thing of... Which is what the big globe is. The big globe in the middle. It's Caldia's. That big globe you saw earlier. In the middle of the, that big room. That's Caldia's. which this obviously wasn't known at the time. When she was thrown in there, she ended up in a different world, which you could say that was a virtual. I wouldn't call it virtual, a virtual world. It was a fake world. So this isn't too far from that. This is interesting. In such a weird way, this is super interesting. It's right there's a predetermined outcome in store for this world as well. It's not guaranteed that it'll be a good one either. Even so, I'm starting to think that I don't want you to be the victim of that outcome. Please, be careful. Careful? You mean I'm in danger? Oh. It's very real when you put it in such plain terms. Even if that may be the case, I won't stop for anything. The future's depending on me. If I stop going forward, it'll all be over. The future. What will you do, Shion? That was a difficult question, Olga Marie. I would... Oh. Ah. So this is where you went, Olga. Wait, he's... Olga Marie! The future won't change. Olga Marie, stop! Don't go! Anyway, did you need me for something? What were you even doing in here? Nothing in particular. Oh, right. I don't think it has much to do with what we discussed earlier, but our observation systems have been outputting irregularities, so I thought I would report it. I understand. Let's go then. Yeah. Olga Marie. No. Errors have increased to computational impossible levels, forcing shutdown. Done. What? Oh shit. Would ya look at that? Repair of course section complete. Wonderful. Oh. Yeah, that's about right. You've been very careful about never showing me your back, but nobody can help easing up after finishing a big job. Now that said, please don't get the wrong idea. I don't have anything against you in particular. It's killing me? Yeah. Quite the contrary, I have a lot of respect for the work you've done for me. However, I have no doubt that you would try to interfere with my upcoming work, which is already delayed enough as it is. And that would be very, very inconvenient for me. Alright, let me take care of this. Feel free to take a little rest, however long you wish. See? MeltyBlood. What the fuck is this? This is just lore? It's just a glossary, okay. Of like everything that we've seen so far, which is fine. I don't need to read all this. I know this stuff. Yeah. Yeah. God fucking damn. Oh, we're in volume 2. Oh shit, we know the end already. We should look at that. What the fuck is happening? Reese? What? What? Excuse me? The Talons have taken a deal, allowing us to use the city as a computing device. Only on the condition that no more of its inhabitants be consumed. Ah, and you're fine with that? It won't pose a problem. For now, anyway. Anyway, how did it go with the Executor? Killed her 4 times. I'm sure she'll be back eventually. but I imagine it'll keep her away for a while. So what we got? So this is what, Vampire Reese? Cause goddamn. So how tight are these pants? I'm sorry, but like, how tight are these fucking pants? Jesus. Kill her thrice more. That'll be enough for me to absorb and reconfigure her too. Got it. Something wrong? Yeah. She started to get a read on me. Her attacks have begun to actually hit me. I'm not sure I'll be able to defeat her next time. Auto repair can't keep up. You're saying restoration. Oh! There it is! The frame! There it is! Sure. The sought-after Yuri frame. It's real, chat. Good old mana transfer. The lesbian kissing is real, chat. Looks good too. How the structuring combat routines re-strengthened. I should let you pull through for now. Right. You know best, after all. As I fully turn the city into a computing device, the threat of urination will be no more. Interference from the outside will cease to be an issue as well. When that happens, you still stay by my side. If you so desire. Incredible. I'm not sure if you'll take this as a compliment, but your code is nothing short of true art. Very impressive how you've been able to refine it so well in such a short time span. Cannot but tip my hat to your skills. Which is exactly why I had no choice in this matter. What are you talking about? Curious about my objective, are we? Unfortunately, it's to say, but that I cannot divulge. You are far too dangerous. So dangerous, in fact, that I cannot possibly relax until I've confirmed you're completely dead. At first, I believed that I simply couldn't stand you, but after seeing there's a code, I come to a different understanding. You only need a singular second to totally and utterly put an end to my plans. What a truly infuriating obstacle you are. Besides, even if I did try to tell you, I cannot remember it myself. You said this place was a kind of land of the dead, did you not? Thanks to that, I was finally able to recall some part of my objective. I was in the middle of some crucial work. However, due to some mishap, I ended up here instead. Work? Yes, work. Wait, no. Expressing that as mere word does not do it justice. Not in the slightest. It concerns mankind. No. The entirety of civilization itself. Horrible. Beautiful. Noble. A glorious mission planned to bring about the nothing but the most perfect conclusion. I have to return to who I am. No. It has already been determined that I will. Stop it, Roddy! He survives. Stop him, Roddy. If he survives, he'll make FGO a fate worse than death! If Lemnir awakens to himself, it'll be the end of all of us! What happens to you or me is a trifling matter in comparison. Finally dead. In any case, allow me to express my gratitude once more. Thank you. Can't believe that crazy Nekafnai was on our tail. Gotta say, using complimentary tickets as a decode's kinda legendary. I'm telling you, we should ban now, weirdo. We're back! Guess what's on the menu tonight? More cat food! Hey, kinda weird place to take a nap. What's she up to? Method acting? You were a real one? It's true. God feels less like someone acting dead and more like An actual corpse. What?
What the nya?
You again. Sorry, but you're bothering Shion, so you have to go.
Reese, wait, she's...
Oh dear. Oh.
Reese, out of the way!
Hey, Shion. Let her pass. Will the same thing happen to you?
Yes, let's retreat and...
Figured. So I gotta stop her then.
You can't! Listen to your orders, Reese!
If I disappear here, you saw me again? Initial device still incomplete. I'd like the resource required to reconstruct her.
I will, always! If you're going to slack off in hell, I'll pull you out myself!
And there's no problem, right? Oh. You...
Reese!
I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of stupid. Evil and intimidating Lolly is true, but that was kind of dumb.
The future. I don't give a shit about the future!
It's your forced shutdown. No, shutdown was within normal parameters. Normal parameters. You question whether that's correct result. I'm very sorry, but that's not something I can assess. Maybe there's a reason to be skeptical about our records. You could do a check of our system code. Issuing auto prognosis of system code. Complete. No anomalies found. Should we continue? Be sure there were no anomalies. Yes. Oh, we're back again. I should know if that's the right tone. There you go. Wait, this is...
Oh, hey Shion, welcome back!
Hey there, Satsuki. Reese. Where'd you wander off to?
It's
a homeless alliance? Thank fucking god, I'm not creepy as fuck anymore. I don't really know myself. Are you okay?
I'm fine, Satsuki. Alive as ever.
I suppose describing my current state as alive is a bit odd.
Yeah, that's our Shion, alright.
Right. I'm certain I just had a very bad dream. By the way, Shion. What? You were gone for a pretty long time. What were you up to? A long time? We were driving down to the beach just a few hours ago.
Oh yeah. That sure takes me back.
It was about 1,000 years ago?
Huh? Did I hear that right, Reese?
What?
We went to hang out at the beach just a few hours ago, right?
Listen here, Shion. That time we went on a road trip with Aqua was over 1,000 years ago. It's been a millennium since we last saw you. Shion, whatever you see you constantly doing, you gotta stop doing that. Stop going back to that place. Jesus Christ, your friends miss you. Listen here, Shion. It's been a millennium since we last saw you. I've been gone for 1,000 years? Well, I haven't kept an exact count. It wasn't that long ago. If Shiki, Ake, Surikwaku, Arihiko, literally anyone that's not a vampire. But I did keep a count. Wait, is this Ciel? Ciel should be dead too then. She's not like... Again, no Roa, no immortality. She can die of old age. So Ciel's gone too. Though they keep saying she comes back constantly. So I'm starting to wonder what the fuck that means. Because you had that other sequence with Vampire Reese and Shion. And that they kept killing Ciel over and over again. But again, that should be post-Tsukime, meaning Roa's dead. And yet Ciel can keep... Just forgot. They keep forgetting that fact constantly at this point, I feel like. It's forgotten multiple times that Ciel's meant to just not be a vampire anymore when Roa's gone. But I guess, fuck that. It's only me that remembers at this point, I suppose.
Let's see, it's been 1,000 years and 3 days.
You said covering this building all the way to the top was 200 years?
Yep.
Then what have you been up to this whole time? So how did you remain without me around, Reese? Now that you mention it, that should have been an issue. Yes, I just never thought about it. Everyone just kind of disappeared one day, but we were managing somehow. Everyone? So there's nobody else around. Yeah, everyone disappeared. But I did do it, okay? Yeah, I've been with her this whole time. I can guarantee Satsuki hasn't felt the need to drink blood, even once. So everyone is just gone? Why? I actually felt kind of happy for a while, thinking I'd been cured. Shion! But what the fuck? Alright, bro. But Reese, Shion, and Sachin, fucking crazy. Came as swift as the wind, stayed gentle as the forest, stabbed as fierce as the fire, and now lying as unmoving as the mountain. Sun Tzu, give it up for our nameless friend. This poem feels kinda gangster. I don't know if fire stamps people. By the way, whose funeral is this anyway? It's the Neko thinking emoji. Right, you got here after we did. Actually, when the hell did you show up anyway? Wanna know about my adventures? Yeah, like, I'm locked in and then this happens. I'm 100% sure that if we filmalized it, all of Nekokai will call it the meowest movie ever. Wow! Sorry, but we're still in the middle of filming our latest movie. Only amateurs start thinking about their next project after they're done with their current. Guess you're right about that. So here's what happened. It's a bloodshed! It's looking for the glasses. Oh, you live. Be careful that you would never be thorough enough to bury me particularly deep into the ground. Oh, no need for flattery. That was sarcasm. But hadn't you like kicked the bucket? I had induced a temporary state of death in myself. I am homunculus, so I don't have any issue maintaining my vital activity even after sustaining a serious injury. I'd even detach my own heart if I wanted. Whoa! That sounds sick. Could you teach me how? I like this Neko arc. Hold on. This one in particular. This one right here. I like this one. I like that one. Did the doctor do this? Yes. Where is he now? Where is he now? We looked for him, but he's gone. I see. Now he must have used this device. Where'd he go then? Same as this guy? But there wasn't any air where I went. I know he was headed. He changed his destination right before he was transported. Damn sneaky. How about we go give him a pummeling then? No need. Why? I still lack the necessary data to assess the intent of his actions. The heck? What I do know... Trolled, literally. What I do know is that he did harbor animosity toward me. And because of that, I have set up an opportunity for him. An opportunity? What kind? An opportunity for him to decide his fate on his own terms. Really? Well, whatever that is, it's not gonna relate to what happened in FGO, like, at all. I'm sure of it. Is this... my office? No, it can't be. This is wrong! Why am I here? What just happened? Damn! What the hell is going on? Their conviction never wavered, did it? Oh, wait. The soldier... Don't... Minute, shut up. Don't say that! So your conviction never wavered, did it? It's you. You behind this? Oh, it couldn't be. It's that Atlas girl. Indeed. Though it was I who foresaw this outcome and longed for its arrival.
Stupidity. I die here, you too. How stupid can you get?
We'll die, yes. No need to fret. I have left everything in care of our mutual friends.
Shit. How could this be? Now our plan is ruined. Incineration of human order cannot begin.
That is a dream for beasts. That is a dream for beasts. One we cannot allow to come to pass. I'm sorry you had to be wrapped up in all this, but I wanted to die as a human. So then I'm questioning, because Lev Lanier has always been Goetia, has always been one of the 72 demon god pillars. Meaning this is the very same, because there's no human Lev. There's no like, oh, Lev was here and then he got replaced by an evil Lev. That's not the case. Lev is who he was from the beginning. Which this kind of works for what happens to Lev at the ending of part 2, or in the part 2 ending. This kind of works. It kind of works where his story goes. So, not bad. Not bad. This works. He stabbed me. I used what little time I had left before I entered my state of induced death to change his destination. So that's the timing of when his transportation was going to finish. And what happens when you do that? First of all, you would end up somewhere with different space, time, and continuity parameters. Oh, I get it. You're quite the nasty one. Wait, that's all? If you stay still for just a few seconds until your transportation finishes, nothing happens. I want him to stand there and think a bit about what he just did. And if he doesn't think about it and starts moving, he'll be bisected along the waist. So you do hold a grudge for that stabbing. Me? I would never. By the way, who was it that buried me? She's one of those. The last bros you ever want to make angry. Okay, so if Lev didn't move, he would have been fine. Damn, that's fucking crazy. No signs of life anywhere. On the outside, the buildings remain, while the insides are empty. Like stage props. Hilarious? That is hilarious, actually. It can only mean it's a virtual world. In that case, there's a distortion in each of the 5 doors so far. So where would it be in this world? Hey, Shion! What's the matter? Satsuki, anything strange occurred during my absence? Nope, nothing particularly noteworthy. Yeah, the only noteworthy part was how peaceful everything was. I suppose the only thing worth mentioning is that the moon went crimson a few days ago. The moon? That's white to looks like white to me, actually. But still, oh fuck! Alert! Computational loops spiking due to unauthorized process, forcing shutdown of all processes currently being computed. Well, that's not good. That's Satsuki. The fuck? Unauthorized process taking over 99.89% of our systems. Unit boards of unauthorized process allowed. Verify the owner of the process. Stop fucking with the earth, please. Crimson Moon, literally. Media abortion has been denied. The only is the unauthorized process itself. Authorization use of director rights to abort process. Authorization denied. Unauthorized process has taken over 100% of our systems. Then force power down of main system. The systems are out of control. Let's switch over to any backup systems as well. Emergency fiscal measures allowed. In response from the power management system. Faculty staff are devising plans to cut the cables. I can't stop this. Singularity will form. So cause you're fucking around with Shion and her answer and what her answer is going to be. You are creating a singularity. You're dumb bastards. You're dumbass. Absolute stupid. Good job.
Don't! Don't do it! Don't open that door! Emergency alert! Spatial fluctuation observed in all of Atlas! Current coordinates! Impossible to measure! It's you. That looks bad. Oh, of course, that first, but still, oh, fuck! That's really bad! I'm done saying please. Oh, that's really bad. Answer me. Be ye who have called me forth. Number 7 alert dysfunction detecting voluntary nervous system. I can't move. So this is the true nature of awkward archetype Earth. Awkward? No. This is the world's mouthpiece. Yeah, the world itself has come to ask you to fucking quit it. Upon what capricious whim dost thou ceaselessly make and unmake the world? Thus rousing me from my repose. That's impossible! The system is not only disconnected from the outer world, but from all systems within Atlas itself! And thou were merely toying with this device. I may have overlooked it. Alas, a fragment of a world ye have shattered have intruded upon my rest. And this I shan't suffer. But how? Is there a leak? Hast thou an excuse to then speak it now? It was to save the future. Yeah, okay. Also, another thing, there's also, again, actually quotes FGO, in fact, that there was a leak. Chaldea's, for longest time, was kind of its own thing. And Marie was gone, obviously, stuck in that world, and bad things were happening to her. Because to them, she was an alien. And then suddenly, one day, in Lost Belt 7, something called the alien... The alien god? Yes, they called itself the alien god showed up. And had the very same form as Marie. Because at some point, there was a leak inside of Chaldea's, which then enabled her mind to escape. Thus forming this. But not this, but forming a version of Marie in the world where the protagonists reside, or I guess us, the player, reside. So again, this can be linked back to shit that happens in FGO, which is pretty cool. About to head home? I must assume my original mission parameters. Unfortunately, unforeseen. It was unforeseen that I would end up here in the first place. Mission? For what project? There's no particular project. Oh man, every mission comes with a cool project name. The late doctor came up with a cool-ass name for his project. What do you mean? What was it again? Something like Sheathing Spoon? Sheathing Spoon is kinda lame, don't you think? Shooting moon. Isn't that what he said? Yeah, that! Not clear what he meant by that, though. What do you think happens when you shoot for the moon? Your bullet gets stuck in it? Wrong. It's fairly meaningless action to carry out in actuality. If you shoot straight up, there's a risk the bullet will come down and hit you instead. Sounds stupid. The shoot for the moon also means to try and achieve a goal that's close to impossible, and at the expense of every other possibility. So kind of like going after Kokushi Muso on the first draw. Inconceivable. Are you saying that me raw dog and Imagine Numbers spaceship was his dream all along? Do I really look that dimensionally transportable? You know what? You kinda do. Hey, don't make me sue you. No, he must have had some other objective. Imagine that whatever it was, it went away due to your interference. I feel a bit sorry. Whatever it was, I think he was up to no good anyway. It positively stank of crime, I tell you. What exactly are you trying to hit with this thing? Since time immemorial, the As Institute has striven to avert mankind's ruin, taking the future through observation and calculation. In those past ages, humanity was but a child, and even when the possibility of ruin arose, the luxury of time and lenient measures were enough to see us through. This spread a fatal complacency, and at some point we began to retreat into our own isolated pursuits. And before we knew it, that buffer had all but disappeared. We had become capable of incinerating ourselves in an instant, a threat that lenient measures could no longer resolve. When we enhanced the measures by which to resolve this, those measures themselves sped up the onset of ruination. That's not the black bullet, is it? No. This weapon, I don't recognize these. Oh, that's Caldea's. I do recognize. This is Caldea's. This box, I'm taking a long shot saying it's the moon cell from Extra, but I don't know. I don't know. All I know is because of thanks to FGO, there was a Fate Extra like specific part of the story in the main story, and there was a cube at some point that was blue, and it looked like this. So I'm guessing this is the moon cell. Again, I could be entirely fucking wrong. I'm only making an assumption here. I don't know what this is. I don't think this is the black barrel. It could be. I could be wrong, but I don't think this is the black barrel. And this, I don't know what this is. It become pariahs. Too much for the world's corrective force to handle. From this point on, we will only spiral closer to ruin, never to increase our distance again. Given this grim reality, our only course is to stop the clocks and maintain the distance we currently have. Every second is a precious resource we use to prepare for what lies beyond ruin itself. Our internal consensus on this matter is far from solidified, and the other organizations are sure to respond. Fancy orb, fancy cube, fancy sword, fancy hunting rifle, the Allies need some hobbies. They really do. Naturally, we wish to avoid conflict. As such, we needed persuasive data. And thus Shion. She was of enough importance to bear the Atlasian name and know of Atlas' innermost secrets, yet was forced to leave due to unspeakable circumstances. She was an existence in both which the ultimate logic and irregularity could be found. Really now. Despite the slight loss of accuracy caused by the boundary between us, the margin of error has never been large enough for us to be unable to correct. If we can provide that, it's hard even for someone with her capability to change their own future. Then even I would no doubt see it fit to freeze time, no? I would employ even that companion as a tool. The future. The future I saw in him when I reprogrammed the device did not find anything past a certain date. 2015. Makes the precipice past which everything just disappears. Coordinates he had selected himself were no exception. He knew that there was no future for him there, and yet chose them anyway. What choice he makes, his future disappears at practically the same point regardless. They become saddened with such a fate. Which later has been changed. Not obviously, main plot-wise, it still is 2015, right? Until the end of the Solomon Singularity, it's stated constantly it's 2015 where everything fucking ends. Beyond that, we think we're good. Then it's a no, there's actually a new incineration point known as 2019.
So this doesn't contradict anything FJ has established to this current point. Does anyone care about that? No, probably not, but I do a little bit. And yeah, this doesn't go against anything. What are you doing now? Oh, it's a flower. I will be off. Have a good one. Free to come hang out whenever. No need. We're certain I won't come here again. Come on. Well, I guess we'll have to go to your place then. Better give us a big welcoming party. I'm afraid I have to decline that offer. Also, once I'm transported, this house will be totally and utterly destroyed. What the meow? Damn. Deserved. Yeah. This time we're never getting it back together. Think this is covered by the warranty? Ugh, fat chance. Wishes thou to speak, Shion? I see. Did feel like I was being tested from the very start. These were simulations of my future, I take it. I mean to say that these doors are my possible futures. This paltry number is not even close to enough. Oh. You want more futures, do you? Pianist? White Len, Satsuki, Reese, Shiki, Akia, Dr. Amber. What the fuck? What are you? Those stores symbolize your thought partitions. Which means those 7 were supposed to be all of them. Never beyond that limit couldn't possibly exist. Sorry, but you gave your test subject too many simple clues. And besides, I happen to be rather familiar with these systems. I'm very confident in my hacking. A single chance is all I needed. Though it did take a bit of time. What chance? When she reached Reese. Even she fucking archetype Earth impressed, like, damn, good shit. Good shit. Holy fuck! That's a lot of futures. But it's true, the future is always undecided. There's no certainty about the future until you get to it. This is my answer. He started dying own possibilities. But as would say, everyone has every possibility themselves, yeah? Monster Inc. now? A little bit. Yes. Impossible. It's just not realistic. Yes, exactly. Is that really so surprising? I'm just as much from Atlas as you are. I haven't been away from it for very long either, so I don't think all you too differently from how you do. Indeed. All that I am today was very much shaped by Atlas. And I still take pride in the Atlas Institute to this day. You take pride in Atlas? Really? Sort of her taking the will of the previous director into account. By the consensus of Atlas, you have been nominated to the position of director. Sialem Eltnam. Atlasia. Sialem Eldam Ray Atlasia. At the time, I thought I could secure more time for my research, as I always had. These do not look recognizable at all. These are just like default, like silhouettes. Before then, I had been content to devote myself entirely to my work. I never sought promotion, nor did I bother to explain my research unless directly pressed. Why? Why did they pick me? Nominated me? And why? I couldn't remotely understand. Before long, one after the other, people who had nominated me began to choose their own death. It was only after I began to work through the records exclusively available to the director that I found understood. Ruination had become far too difficult to avoid. There wasn't much time left for us. Not only that, most likelihood, I will become the last generation of Atlas. It's not that strange, honestly. They knew, so they ran. And I didn't, and so it fell on me to clean up after them. Shit. And yet I did not give it in to despair. In order to achieve the objective of now doomed as instant, I rallied whatever people were left. So resources we had and worked without a moment's rest. What was giving it our all, it's late, we were going to accomplish. It was then. We succeeded in molding the final homunculus, Ronnie 8. Sam. Been losing our comrades by the day. But Ronnie's abilities more than made up for whatever we had lost in them. Projects began to advance far more smoothly than anticipated. That's because there was nobody left to voice any objections. It was simply that we had to succeed at all costs, because we didn't have any other choice left. You really feel pride in Atlas knowing that? There's no point in investigating more possibilities than needed to restore civilization. The time and resource needed for that is limited. Under those circumstances, I would come to the same conclusion as you. So despite knowing full well how absurd it is, you still provided me with that answer. Yes, maybe I really am broken. Ace and I were absorbed by Tatari. Sasuke became a dead apostle out of the blue. We lost our futures. We became detached from everything we had as humans. And even the light itself would no longer permeate our presence. Hunter became the hunted. Moving toward the place the previous me deemed as the end. And yet, even through all that, we still live. Though I exist in the boundary between the living and the dead, I lived together with a foreign girl turned dead apostle. We constructed a friend whose soul should have been destroyed. And yes, it probably isn't a very logical conclusion. Though it was before, would I protest my mission or duty and probably dispose of these thoughts as mere noise or error. The way I am now, I've become aware of far too many possibilities. And so, no longer throw them away. I will always choose to take their hand in mine. If we cannot possibly overcome ruination by our lonesome, we can take a stand against it together. Yes. Or many times it may take. But, wait a second! You're a virtual persona created by our systems! Things you speak of were not something we configured with you! Hast thou not yet heeded the signs, alchemist? Or mayest thou hast, but wishes not to acknowledge it so. This is the true Shion. That is uncomfortable feeling that I wasn't quite myself. Perhaps the I that was constructed here was so close to my real self that we became synced up. But how? The reason I chose her was because we were alike. Records about it were very carefully hidden away, and part of the files meant only for the director. She appeared after being sent to some location for a certain mission, presumed dead. That basic sin was the only record conceding her was publicly accessible. Not too common fate for the average operative. But the records locked behind director access were far more bizarre. She had been a prodigy whose abilities were at the highest level at Atlas at the time. Investigated a certain infamous dead apostle. The apostle that had been our former comrade. The trace of her had ceased at the location of the operation. All evidence collected at the scene pointed at her being dead. For some time, evidence of her existence had been observed in the Far East. We knew she still could not be found. That was where the records ended. They had been tasked with cleaning up the mess of her superiors, faced ruin, and then achieved the mysterious resurrection. I was drawn to her. I employed the remaining extent of my investigation network to collect as much information about her as possible. I constructed her. I wanted to ask her, what would you have done? Even if done through computation, summoning a real person from the past is impossible. Wouldn't that be straight up magic? Does mean the doll, though created, would find enough for the true shield to possess it. Will it not thyself so? No. I could not create something like that. Of course, the probability of that occurring as a mere coincidence is unmistakably low. Some sort of catalyst must have. Animosphere. Animosphere? Yes. Does it ring a bell? Are you saying they're related to this? Anyway, probably agree with the way our argument has gone so far. Never share the same conclusion. So, will of the world, I wish to inquire directly. Do you know? Fair of the matter, then. In respect of the circumstance, I shall permit the scurry of asking me directly. But heed me well. I will never appear without due cause. Whereas over I lie, there is bound to be an anomaly in need of correction. Feared a little bit. After I have chosen, only one of ye may still remain in this world. First, seal him. Thy fear is that I may not accept thy arguments. Such uncertainty and the risk of thy last resort being dissolved haunts thee still. And thus thou feared mine arrival. Shion, on the other hand, neither turned thy back on the view at large, but chosen to instead save the little thy hands already hold. Does thou truly believe that I, the world's mouthpiece, has such sentiments? Yet and ye cravest my judgment. I shall oblige your cravings. It be Sion's view that I deem right. Yeah, I think that's honestly the correct answer, yeah. I would also think that's the correct answer. Just hold those close to you. Just hold on to dear life to those close to you, not the world. You're saying every possibility exists for every person. The world couldn't bear the weight of such computational complexity. Fight the weak-willed and belittling little thing. World move at mercy of miraculous spiritans, be it human order or be it human nature. It obeyeth not, it calculateth not, by nothing can it stop. All it doth is merely change. One to depart, and now, one to depart is Shion. What? Huh? Wait a minute! Didn't you just say you deemed Shion's view the correct one? Silence. Shion. And past doubts. It's so hard to read this language, dog. Shion. Without a tear in the world. An impossible anomaly. My will is the will of the world. Resign thyself to thy fate. Come on! Let's go to the pool! It's a pool? Needs me to worry about it? It's true, Niji. Wait a minute. That was Arc just then. Ah, I'm alive. We did go to the pool! What in the world? There's more? This is... Xian, you okay? Yes. No problem whatsoever. Oh, what a relief! Listen, okay, you seem to have been lost in thought ever since the evening, so I was really worried. Me? Lost in thought? But Reese just said... Also, Reese, that swimsuit is fucking diabolical. Holy shit. Goddamn. I'm still here, so no need to worry. Apparently. I see. I'm sorry for making you worry. No, it wasn't a big deal. As long as you're fine. What's that? These fucking cats, bro. Hey! Ship-stranded girls over there. Excuse me while y'all are playing sea monsters over there. I want to get the people standing around walking in the water. How about more of a vacation spot, yeah? Vacation spot mood, yeah? Ah, yes, please! Xian, which one should we get? Good question. Wait, she just called me a girl? Look and say. Before we met, maybe we met once before on land, my sexy lady. Sexy lady. God fucking damn it. Hurry up, Nya, my cuties. You keep being wet little mouses, who knows what naughty pussycat might eat you up. Back! Ruining the fucking mood, Neko. If you're going to start a strange business without permission, I'll sink you myself. She's so awful. Yeah, Neko's, bro. You pissing me off, bro. Why would you look at that? Seems the grumpy Madam Typhoon is headed our way. Consider those floaties a present from yours truly, yeah. Farewell! Who are you calling Madam Typhoon? Goodness. Sorry about this, having you open the pool for us and all. Quite certain you're not the slightest bit sorry, actually. Yeah, duh. Never mind that. I have a question I must ask of you. Oh, for me? For me? Oh boy, what question's that? I've returned to whence it ought to be. I still don't believe what I was wrong. Believes that still secluding thyself in thy pit worlds allow thee to live through ruin. Ruin hath no will. Tear to heaven, boreth the earth, returneth everything and all to naught. No matter how deep the pit thou secludes thyself in, thou wouldst be swallowed alongside the land. But above all, thy ruin beeth within thy very own self. So you're saying I won't be able to avoid using my methods? And yet, I must defy it. But thou art this meager pebble. That pebble may have never changed the course of such a mighty stream. Nevertheless, a droplet cast up when the pebble is thrown onto the stream, have for the briefest moment escaped the flow of ruin. Fare thee well, alchemist. When shall we meet again? Master Selim. That's some terrible news. You guys won't have another moment of rest ever again. But then, why are you smiling? Did they? Fuck. I didn't even notice. It was necessary. I am? Yes. I'm not sure why. Anyways, there's something to report. Yes, we succeeded in cutting off the unauthorized process. Currently in the process of reinitializing all systems. Splendid. This is some low cost, but the unauthorized process reached 0%. But the special measure implemented by director orders to be lifted. Request granted. Switch over to regular processes. Confirming that all systems start to switch over to regular processes. All alerts lifted. Are you tired? No. Let's continue. Bruh. You can't still be filming that stupid movie! Yes, we can! How does that make any sense? You've been filming for ages and you're not even close to done yet? That's where you're wrong, little girl. We're already filming a different movie from the one this noon, yeah. Wait, really? Haven't you heard about the proverb about how cats forget everything that happened when they spend more than 3 minutes together, yeah? Everything's gone to rest at the graveyard of incomplete masterworks. All we did for my latest work was the first scene, you know. God, it's all so stupid. Besides, why movies anyway? Heh. The road at the silver screen is never ending. When that sick-ass dude in the red leather jacket suddenly appeared like the wind, we followed tail, trying desperately to keep up, but they had long since concluded their lullaby. And so we left sprinting through our lonely youth forever, yes, to this very day. There's no way. That is exactly who you think it is, chat. I'm sure you don't have a clue what I'm talking about here, but fear not, because I sure don't have a clue either. Oh, I get it alright. Because I always knew you were a bunch of stupid cats! It's true. Real youths have a whole different bite to them. What do you call it again? Rebellious stays? Pleasant, fresh and not too tacky. That's what we love. So precious. Amen. I got it! You need to start my next movie! Ugh, you're so creepy! Zam. About what we discussed before. Oh, didn't need the ass shot. Fucking eye. Sorry for asking just like this. Sure, whatever. Anyway, you're saying I told you something? Oh. Oh. Are they separate entities or something? Maybe I just misunderstood. Ah, you mean that. Also, Ark taking a picture, you sneak. Can't believe this shit. About how I rather like people who never give up. Yes, exactly. Cats. Cute. Ugh. Monster! Alert ya! No, look at it! Oh, look at it! It's cursed, I'm telling you! You're telling me she was amphibious all along. Come here, kitty, 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 kitty. Don't you know? Being a cat was the gravest crime ever. It's how the world works. Cat plus water equals no. It's true. Oh, come on, stop whining so much and get in, stupid cats! Ah! Damn. No! Have kicked yet another worthless object. Damn. Professor, what is it? You think the future can be changed? Well, no, I wouldn't think so. Is it possible to change the future? God knows. This is a particularly difficult question to answer. Personally, ever since assuming the mantle of director, I have devoted my entire life to Caldia. Or, of that I'm certain. Forcing everyone else to do the same, rather to sacrifice even more than me. That gotten me rather disliked around here. Never. Surely everyone understands the effort you dedicate to Caldia. Thinking back on it, my father was the same. I think that father most certainly did love me. It's just that his research always came first. Oh, so this was before they gave him an actual character. No, Marie, he fucking despised you. He did not love you in the way you think a father should love a child. You were a research object, bro. That's it. That's your purpose. He fucking dislikes you as a person. I'm thinking it was so fleeting. Never got to learn from his example. Never spared me a glance. Never gave me a single minute. But it came just the same. Daddy issues, literally. All I ever cared about was the duty I was asked with. Because it was easier than that. You would see it that way. I was sure I would walk the same path as my father. I just took it for granted that was my future. This is what I have always believed. In actuality, I believe I'm starting to understand how father felt when he was trying to complete Caldias. I don't think you do. But maybe, I don't know. We're certainly trying to achieve something very grand here. At the same time, I feel like we have overlooked something fatally crucial. Work to assure the future. For whom is that assurance meant? Speak about taking back the future. Exactly what future do we think is good? We have spread across the land, built cities, crossed the sea, and split the sky. But for what purpose? I can't help but feel scared and restless whenever I think about this. Then I realized, changing the future in a grand way probably does require great power and ability. However, to make the future better, you need something else. Something truly trivial you can find anywhere. Maybe something that just about everyone has. Sorry for saying all this strange stuff. I want to take back what I just said. People get the impression that I, the director, am having doubts about our mission. It would greatly affect morale. Yes, of course. You do appear rather exhausted. But letting Romani take a look at you. I don't need... Actually, I do have another matter I wish to discuss with him regardless. Please, do not refrain. In fact, this is something we must prioritize. It would be disastrous if something happened to you. Thank you, Professor. To make the future better, you need something else. Exactly. That's exactly it. However, you're another 2,000 years too late, Animusphere. Oh, that dude needed something else, alright. That something else was her body. You are damn right about that. No great luxury in having ice cream in the water. Why don't you try this at least once? I think this was for the best, Satsuki. Yeah, it was a bit different from what we had planned. Even accounting for that, today's been super fun. That's so? All's well then. What do you think, Reese? Me? Well, you killed a bunch of Nekos. Think you managed to enjoy yourself. Yeah. So, really was you people who used our car, wasn't it? Yep. A problem? Quack could lend it to us. Obviously, it's a problem. It's no use blaming you at this point. But yes, I understand what happened now. I understand very well. What did you understand? So that's why I thought everything was so off since noon. It all makes sense now. Wait, you're not gonna use the pool? No, I won't. Unfortunately, I have a matter to attend to at once. The swimsuit I could provide one. A really skimpy one at that. No, thank you. Damn. It is what it is, huh? And you people, make sure you left by morning! Sure, but, you know. I'm not even sure how long this non-human sunscreen even stays effective for. I'm not going to regard Satsuki being exposed to the morning sun. Understood. When did you realize she was in there? I can no longer distinguish between her and my memories. That's so. I don't want to do this anymore, and I don't mind stopping these experiments. Let's continue. Are you sure? Wasn't it for that purpose that you created me? You programmed for it, so I could never choose to stop either way. Yes, I'll still do it, no matter how hard these tests are on me. Very well then. Very well, then I'll give you a choice. Simulations prior were constructed from data within you, within Xion 8 Atlasia. But this one is a blank slate. Not even I can predict what awaits you inside. Will you still do it? Of course! What lies beyond this door is an unknown future, and I'm really excited to see it. I understand. Let's begin. Initiating observation and recording. That smile is your true self, Xion Elton Madlasia. Data collection complete. All project processes have concluded. Thank you. Let's take a small break. To your room then. That door stayed shut, never to open again. I guess it was a good future. Ronnie? Yes. What if I asked you to go to the moon? Would you do as I asked? Yes, of course. So what's the long con? There's a Fate extra setup? That's crazy. Why are you smiling like that? Wait, earlier when you suddenly smiled, you told me that you didn't know why you did it. When I asked. Your current proposal has particularly no precedence, so given the lack of any grounds by which to come to a conclusion, I did not know how to respond. And so I chose to smile instead. Was my expression of emotion inappropriate? Well, I suppose we'll have to talk about that at some point. Very well. Oh, jeez, right? She told me I would become a pebble. That was not a prophecy, nor an order, it was simply a fact. So be it then. I have no doubts left. I know the path forward now. The problem is my aggravating lack of time. Now on, we'll be far busier than we'll have been before. You still come with me? Yes. Your will is my command, Master. I have to apologize in advance. I don't think I'll be able to keep my promise of teaching you about emotions. In what little time remains, I'll forge you into a droplet for the future. How you feel being left behind, all alone after I failed to fulfill my promise? How will that placid face of hers react when this droplet splashes upon it? Back then, I thought that I already knew everything. I don't know a single thing about what is going to happen from now on. And it won't be possible for me to learn of a single outcome of my actions either. Right now, I couldn't be more excited for the future. Lady Akia, who could imagine you would break the curfew you set yourself? Oh, naughty. Oh, I have to say, stepping on an anti-mech lamb on the very first step you take? What incredible fortune. That's Hisui for you. Alright, no other ways about it. That said, my bipedal mecha prototype is complete! And as a bonus, my rivals, the Monster Cat Battalion, were wiped out. Would you look at that? I come one step closer to achieving my grand ambitions! And I think that means this plan gets marked a great success from me. Oh my. Oh my, what could it be? A ghost? Oh shit. Oh. Oh no. That was made to withstand even a point-blank shot from the cannon of a tank, or heck, even a wacko beam from some wacko mega creature. What kind of monster could have kicked down a door like that? Fortunately, I know exactly who, but I ask again, who could it possibly be? Oh, my deepest apologies. Wouldn't open, so I just did a few light kicks, and would you look at that? Would you think the mere idea of kicking down a door you can't open is insanely violent? By the way, you're still open for business, right? Outside does say that your business hours are when I'm out, after all.
How about that? Our shop is temporarily closed. In fact, as of today, we're closing for our business altogether. Is that so? What a shame. But in that case, your schedule is entirely free now, isn't it? No, you see, I'm looking for something, and I was told I could find it here. Like, say, a car, perhaps. I think I've said this before, but I absolutely despise thieving little mices who lied to me without batting an eye. Cause Sublock goes crazy? It does. I take it you know what's coming. Oh no! Them. Anyway, Shion, back to the subject. I ask again, what is it you haven't given up on? Good question. Now, I'd say... Making Satsuki's wish come true, for one. Also making me and Reese return to normal. So basically, you want to achieve what all sunlight-fearing dead apostles fruitlessly dream of. Share one's own vampirization. And not only that, but you also want to revive someone without a body whose existence is basically nothing but pure data. She beats her maids. True. Maid abuse. Wait! You made it sound so simple, but like, isn't that a super duper difficult goal? If it wasn't, you wouldn't have been satisfied with my answer though, would you? Okay. You got me there. Shion! Maybe start with what you can do. Yeah, I will. I ask you, what do you wish for? Sky above. The future. The future. Shion, what about you? It's just too much for me to say. Oh well, I'm sure it'll turn out all right in the end. Well, that's not the end. I don't know what is. Oh my fucking god, bro. Why are we even getting out of filming those two all the damn time? From an economic standpoint, they're basically extras, right? Get it cause she's from Extra! But it's not like we got anything else to film. Yeah, the guy Mecha made is already kaput. Super funny. Got a choice then, gotta go find a filming location in town. Alright, you worthless kittens. We got 1 minute to pack our stuff. Sir, be out there! And with that, the film crew arrived on set. You know, I had this feeling for quite a moment that someone retaining us. It came out decent? That's kind of wild. Cute kitty. No, that's not how you hold a cat! Wait, aren't you that cat-loving boy who tried to watch our film for a... watch a film movie for a while back? Please, I'm not a boy. And hey, it's only when we're all together that we count as a real proper cat, yeah. Yeah, I'm straight. I want you to point grabbing just a single one of us. Would just be irritating. Really? I guess I'll have to grab all of you then. There's no achievement for it, collecting all of us! Oh, come on, what's the harm? You just increase the number when I add water anyway. That ain't no lore I've ever heard of. What kind of self-story biology knowledge is that? So, personally, I don't mind being kept as a pet, but have you brought that upon with your folks at home? Brought up with your folks at home. That's right. Refuse to accept anything less than 3 meals a day. Siesta included with dried sardines for snacks. Oh, damn it. If Satsuki would probably approve, Shion would never accept me keeping this complete mock of an animal so perfectly suited to punching. Also, I'm still not a boy. So he's still got enough reason left in him to understand that it's never gonna work. Well, let's convince him. Where's all that burning passion before? Go and tell your ash! Please save me already. Sorry, pal. Here, maybe this complimentary ticket can make up for it. You can watch that movie once we're done filming. Oh, hi. A super platinum ticket you can't even find on auctions. Nobody would possibly want it. Now this I could keep hidden from Xion without her ever finding out. Now I just have to make sure to find a sturdy cat cage big enough to fit all of them. Huh? Alright, close one. I almost found ourselves having to cancel filming for a second there. After we brought out our ticket, he was gonna eliminate us on the spot anyway, huh? No shit it. That guy's banned from now on. Hey, stupid cats! Up to your tricks again, are you? You already got the wrong cats! You really think that all the cats look as weird as you? Busted, huh? Yeah, there was no choice. Had to become one of those friends who appear in the movie without getting paid. Not happening! Wait, don't tell me you're to blame for that ghost being around as well. Huh? Ghost? This gal? Oh no. Oh guys, give me a quarter penny to kill see him. No, stupid, look over there. Roll camera. Roger that. Huh? Oh, it's gone. See anything? My cat's eye is so sharp that not even a coin dropped on the dark side of the moon could escape it. And yeah, I shot nut. Let's take a look at the tape. Stop! Right there! Whoa! I'm sure we all know what this means. Isn't this just a normal little girl? No, but like, when we looked there wasn't anyone there, remember? Ooh, what kind of trick is this? I gotta get up there and have to tell it stands to be that high up! This is just Neko's fucking around because I don't know about this, fam. I don't think this is necessary for the plot, bro. Wrong priorities much? Yeah, however, we got ourselves some unexpectedly good footage. Let's leave it at that. Next place. We're all set, yeah. Alright, Great Cats. Castle Scene 1, Take 1. Action! So, who gave you permission to film here exactly? Oh, stop it, only massive, but brilliant. I must admit that even though you are a lot of complete devoid of virtue, you do feel rather good to stomp on. I'm honored, milady. What are you lining up for? Oh, it's the same car that we saw on the road earlier today. On the road? It's supposed to be in for repair. Where did you see it? Near our camp, by the beach. Not far. Who was using it? Egyptian knee socks and pals. Egyptian knee socks. Oh, right, but they can't be out during the day. In a second. Oh shit. Somebody want to confirm, so I must be going. If you're still here when I come back, don't think you get off lightly, you hear me? That was necessary to clarify the car plot, it's true. You got on footage? Not even close, yeah. Shucks, but so be it. Guess I'll have to go back and film the doctor some more. Retreat! You got it, boss. Little did the film crew know that back at the Great Cats camp, the situation had just escalated out of control. And that's it. That's the end. Well, I'll go back to the other page, because I like that one more. Alrighty then. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. See, there we go. I'm not this one. There we go. There we go. Now, this is... It felt all over the place, but I'm not... It's probably was meant to just be all over the place, be its own little thing. Has some FGO stuff, has some MeltyBlood stuff, you know, have fun with it. It was certainly interesting. It thankfully didn't mess with any actual of the FGO plot, per se. And extra stuff, right, that too, excuse me. I don't think there's anything big you can derive from this, aside from just, oh,
I know what this is. I know what this is. I know what this is. It's like Carnal Phantasm, right? It's kind of like that. Is how I would describe this. It just kind of has some cool references and a funny hijinks plot with the Back Alley Alliance to go along with it. Which, hey, not against it. Extra stuff. But as far as I'm aware, and you all have, I don't fancy anything else, that is it for MeltyBlood. And that's the end of the Back Alley Alliance, even. Which means we won't be seeing this group, well, ever again. Frankly. Until Red Garden. Or if anything happens post Red Garden, right? We won't see Reese or Shion ever again in Type Moon. Which is very unfortunate, because I really like this trio. Reese, again, even being my favorite. Right back Alliance, hopefully for now. For now, I hope, yeah. I mean, this is probably the most modern interpretation of them, so... yeah. I don't know what else to say, chat. I hope you all enjoyed this read along. And have a good day, evening. It was nice? Yeah, that was good. Have a good day, evening, or nights. You have in the whole wide world. And hope to see each one at the same time, same place, next time. Until then. Bye!